Hold on. Now you look at the popsicle. Oh, I got a neck. Here. Uh-oh. It dripped. What's goody? Where? I'm going to give you a spoon to finish that. It's no more. You should throw that away. Ready? Okay, let me throw that away. Wipe your hands.
No more, okay?
There's no more. No, there's no more left. You want a spoon?
No.
Are you done with that? Okay, wait. Your hands are sticky. You need some hand sanitizer. I'm going to finish this tea so then the tea can cool down for you. There you go. Here, babe. Are you done with your popsicle? Are you done with your popsicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Bring your water in here if you're not having the smooth. Bring your water. Oh, it's on your pants? Do I need to wipe those? Here we go. Get these headphones for you. He ain't put these. Huh? What's going on? Let me get your headphones on. What's good? Back in the lab. Let's make sure these connect. Gus? No, no Simpsons. No Simpsons.
Stop!
We're not watching that show. Let's make sure your headphones are connected.
I don't want my favorite show.
Wait, Bluetooth? Okay, headphones are connected. Make sure it's not too loud. That's a little loud. There you go. Yeah, you can watch the Mickey Mouse.
No, I don't want
What's good?
I want a statue.
Oh, but that's for older peoples.
I'm old.
No,
I'm gonna be old.
you. Okie dokie. And this needs to go away. Okay, cool. What's goody in the chat? Willie! Oh, I gotta grab my Dunkin'. Whoa! So, I'm gonna be telling y'all about my market. I had a market on Saturday and it went really good. This sweatshirt is going to be added to my shop. There's only, everything I make is a one of one. So I have a rainbow one that's already available. It's in a large. It's a rainbow floss I use to make this. But this one is going to be light blue and dark blue. I need to put y'all on my tripod. I'll show you in a sec for better lighting. But these are all Lazy Daisies. The website is Confidential Goods, and it should be linked on my channel. So if you guys want to shop my art, I do an embroidery. So I do clothing, I do hoops. I also have embroidered earrings on there, and then I'm a rug artist, so I also make small and large rugs. So this channel is all about arts and crafts, and I also am a yoga teacher. So I was working on this. I had a market Saturday, and I said, I'm like out of breath because I gotta go back in the kitchen. I gotta finish making some tea. I was making tea earlier. But I had a market. I'm like, sometimes I'll bring something to work on, and then other times I don't. But this time I'm like, I really want to finish up this sweatshirt. So I never give myself more than 2 crafts to be working on at a time. I have this sweatshirt I'm working on. Y'all, if you haven't been here, I literally finished hand stitching an Hermes bag. So like this company reached out to me, and I highly recommend shopping with them. I literally made this purse. I'm thinking about putting it in the shop because I've had people ask me about this. I hand stitched this bag. This is a leather bag. I got it from the brand Pop Sewing. You can buy the bag assembled like as a purse, or otherwise you can they'll send it to you and you actually stitch it yourself. So I tried it out. I followed the tutorial. I literally, to make this bag, it was in a different language, so I literally watched subtitles to make an entire purse. I learned how to saddle stitch. This is saddle stitching. But yeah, I'm thinking of adding this purse to the shop, y'all. The bottom, I stitched all of this. Look at this. That looks professional. I followed a tutorial. Look, that was crazy. But yeah, if you want to shop my art is on confidentialgoods.com. I'm in the, so that I was in the middle of working on that purse, and then I was in the middle of making this sweatshirt. So we're going to try to finish this sweatshirt today. It's not going to be done because there's way more elements that I'm going to be at. Why would I make a simple sweatshirt? My brand is, you will only find the stuff here. So we're not just going to make a simple sweatshirt. I'm going to be embroidering on this. This is also hand tie-dyed. So I got like a light effect going on. We're hand embroidering on this. Okay, now you can see it in the light a little bit better. It says goods because confidential goods. On the back, it's going to say confidential. And we're also adding little flowers down the arms. This is a size medium. This is a 1 of 1 I'm making. I'm hopefully have it available soon. We're going to finish that up. I'm going to see what I can do with this one. This was another thing I was working on. This is recycled denim. So I actually had my Cricut cut this and I'm sewing it, but then like the sewing, I'm not liking it. So I'm going to take all of this out, which is annoying. But this is going to be another 1 of 1 I'm making. And then another project I'm working on. So it was the sweatshirts. And then like I'll get stuff started, but I won't completely start on a new craft. To keep myself disciplined as an artist, I only give myself 2 mediums or 2 projects at a time. So it's that embroidered sweatshirt. We haven't even really messed with the denim one. So the embroidered sweatshirt, and I'm also doing this yarn painting. So if you want to follow this channel and see the progress of everything that I'm working on, this is entirely made out of yarn. The top half is going to be all yarn, and the bottom half I'm going to paint. It's too big. But this is the biggest yarn painting I've ever done. We're going to be working between this yarn painting and the sweatshirt. Baby, you gotta sit back. Want the bus? Alright, I gotta finish making his tea. Allergies suck. Where's my tripod? What's good in the chat though, y'all? Thanks for the likes. Once we reach the threshold on this channel, I'm gonna be doing giveaways of my art. So if you guys want to get your hands on the eels and escalators dice I made, those are 1 of 1s, or one of these sweatshirts, or one of my yarn paintings, or something like that, you can become a member of this channel, or otherwise you can donate to this channel. And the bigger the donation is, we're going to do a spin the wheel. I want to do this like as a monthly thing. So make sure you tell your friends and family you can get free art. Once we hit the threshold and this channel grows, every month I want to do like a giveaway where one of my subscribers and / members gets some of my art mailed to them. So the bigger, we're going to do a wheel. I was going to do it, maybe name it Secure the Goods. And so we'll spin that And then if you do a bigger donation, your name would be bigger on the wheel. I want to try to figure out if I can find a program that would let me do that, or I would just add your name more times to the wheel, and then at the end of each month, I would send something. So whether it be like a new print I was working on, you get that for the free, and we do that every single month, just to bless the members. We have a couple members right now. The membership, not only will your name would be added to the wheel, but every week I teach a yoga class. So there's a private yoga playlist that I add to every week that you would have access to as a member. So if you're interested, my membership is only $2.99 and you get unlimited yoga classes, and your name automatically would be added to the Secure the Goods wheel, and we'll do like a monthly spend. So we gotta hit the threshold with the YouTube requirements, and then that's how I could do that. So yeah, I'm in here making tea before I get distracted. I'm letting this tea cool down. And I haven't been drinking my coffee. We're Dunkin' girlies over here. I'm going to cut up a lemon and add some cinnamon. What is cinnamon? I made Bear some popsicles from scratch too. So I made them into a smoothie. I'll show you. Because they still need to harden. But I made like a smoothie, and then there's these little trays you pour them in, and then you stick the sticks in the top. So he's like, I want the green smoothies. He likes spinach. So that's really cool that he likes to eat his fruits and his veggies. I had to make a special grocery trip, so I had to make sure I got all my stuff. I hate like when it's just do a quick trip. That's what Carrie was saying. But then I'm like, if I'm already here, I just want to get everything that I need. So I waited and I made a list and all of that, but it was just, I don't know. I'm a one trip person. Like, I don't want to have to go back and get something when I could have just got it in the first go. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm in here looking for a lemon. Okay. I have a lemon saved in my reusable Ziplocs. I was going to tell y'all, or I was going to actually put it on my community page. I update my community page weekly. So there's always like new events or announcements. And I try to treat it like my Instagram, so then y'all who are subscribed and may not be on Instagram or have Facebook accounts, y'all still get the updates and stuff on the community page. What was I even saying? I don't remember what I was saying, but I usually update the community page. Maybe it'll come back to me, the thought. I don't remember. I had to cut this lemon up. Oh, I was going to. You ready? Okay. I was going to update the community tab page, and y'all should look up my zero waste, environmentally friendly video. Whatever. I think it was like 10 tips for zero waste, because I'm sure everybody's looking to save money. So that's a helpful video we can revisit. Give me 1 second though. I'm back, y'all. I had to go hand some. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Once I've finished this tea, making this tea up, I'm gonna chat with y'all how my market went. Still waiting for this tea to cool down. It's the allergies, so I made some throat coat for the house, and then I add some lemon, cinnamon, and honey to it. So I had half a lemon. I'm gonna just cut another slice off and squeeze it. I'm just squeezing the lemon in there. But what's good with the chat? Happy Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Ooh, that almost squeezed in my eye. That would have been crazy. Absolutely nuts. I'm gonna make this extra tart with some lemon. A little lemon slice. Bro. You wanna know some ugly shit? You know the Gunna song, Him All Along? I had to play that on the way back. I was blasting that song from my market. Cause you know, he'd be like, I don't, forgive me if I say the lyrics wrong, but he's like, I'm steady reaching my goals, a lot of doors open and close. I'm like, in his voice, close, because he's gonna sound like, but I had to blast that song, bro. Okay, I'm done making this tea, and now I'm just gonna let it sit. Him all along, for real, for real. This is a straw I use. This is also a zero waste straw that I use. It comes in a container and you can close it. I've shown y'all this a few times. I've had this for years. You fold it up and it goes in a little pink container, and the container also has the little cleaning brush for it, but it's a little straw. It's a straw you can take on the go. But I like it because I'm going to put it in the mug and it's easy to bend, because it's like silicone on the inside, so he can drink the tea. I got the air purifier on medium and we still sneezing, so this is crazy. Let me grab my coffee. Low key. Sit back, love. I gotta charge y'all up. I'm excited. We gonna finish this sweatshirt. I'm gonna try to get 2 sweatshirts done in a week. We'll see. I was really tall. Let's get down to business. I'm like, did I light an incense? I did not. We should light an incense though. If we light an incense, I'm gonna turn the purifier off, because then that's just excess stuff. It's gonna be overworking trying to clear up. I'm gonna go get my lighter so we can light the incense. So I need to unplug y'all. I just set y'all up in this tripod. I love Naga Champa and I love Dragon's Blood incense. And then I also have the sage and all of that. These are all my incense. The red ones are Dragon's Blood. They gave me hella red ones. I don't know if anybody or somebody may not know this, but I just think this is helpful knowledge sometimes. Well, if you need to help yourself work on a timer. You know, sometimes I get in this is probably just chopped thinking. But if you don't want to be around screens and things like that, you can use an incense, because an incense, the long standard ones will burn for an hour. If you don't have any fans going that would whip it up, the smoke up and extinguish it faster, You can use instant as like an hour timer if you don't got a clock around. I don't know if that helps anybody, but I use that as a yoga teacher. In my studio, in my classes, I would light an incense. Especially like some studios or spaces, they don't got clocks on it. You don't want to see no big old clock in the space. Then you keep looking at the clock. How are you supposed to be tapping within, right? So, I use the incense. I'm like, okay, it's halfway. I'm about 30 minutes in, you know? So I'm lighting it now. I'm gonna tell y'all this too. Make a wish. Hi. I got this at a smoke shop. It's a hand, you know, doing this thing like that. And it's a little thing for the incense. Don't come at me for my soot. Anyway, this is my, what do you call it? My altar, but I don't got all my people. I got my picture frames in a different room, but this is my setup. I got the paleo. I finally got some more paleo because we went to 7 Mile. There was a shortage on paleo. So for years, I really vowed, like, I'm not about to buy no paleo. I just was buying sage. So my sage will last forever. I still have sage my friend grew. You can tell the difference. This is grown in their backyard compared to like more commercialized sage. They look very different with the leaves. And this is dragon's blood sage. This is what I was telling y'all about. So this is literally what's in my incense. It's a red one. The only thing is, the difference is instead of white sage, it's just they're using other natural dyes from just other herbs to give it that red tinge. Okay, so I got the incense going. We're gonna work on this sweatshirt. I've been itching to get back into some punch noodling stuff too. What was I gonna tell y'all though? It was I was showing y'all the altar because this guy came up to me. He was coming around to all of the tables. I don't know if he had like a family member or somebody he knew had a table there, but he was talking to this one person for a real long minute. Then he went around the tables and he started like, he gave us all like green. I'm like, is this jade? I don't know what this crystal is, but he gave us a crystal and he's like, this is the good luck crystal. And I'm like, man, I could use some good luck though. This was the crystal. I'm trying to show y'all. And he like walked around all the tables. He put it like on my register and I left it there. Cause I'm like, bro, I was getting discouraged. I'm like, this is kind of slow. I'm gonna turn this off. This air purifier for an hour. I was getting discouraged. You seen how much I was able to get done on my sweatshirt? So I came there, I'm like, I want to finish this like by Sunday. The day after a market, I didn't work on anything. And I always tell myself, I get the energy days before. I'm like, okay, I'm at my market. I think I could finish this either tonight. Working on something right after you were on your feet all day at a market? No, I didn't do anything. Baby, sit back. So we finished this. I showed y'all. If I need to add anything else, I'm going to. But I think the words are now getting clearer. This is what I went with. It's goods. And you can see I did like the half flowers and things to make the letters stand out more. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should add some more French knots. Because I don't have really any big spaces to add petals. So I'm like, maybe I'll just fill like the G in a couple more French knots or something just to pull the letters together. We got this done. I was blowing it with the air dryer because like I had my template. My template is a water soluble thing that you can lay down. And that's literally the cheat code of how you can transfer images to materials. I'd be wondering, I'm like, ain't no way. Some people are just really talented. I need like a template, especially of my own art that I'd be making. So the original art, I'll still use like a you have to use a projector to make my rugs, or I'll print an image off the computer if I'm embroidering it. There's special like textured paper you can print, and then it's sticky. You peel it and lay it on the fabric, the material you're going to be stitching it into. Once you've got everything stitched into it, you just run it under some water, and all of the rest of the outline stuff washes away. So sit back, Nana. Can you sit back, little man? So, you know, I'm just like, man, I could use some luck, because it was slow. I had no sales.
That's scary.
Sit back, Bear. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I had no sales. I don't remember when I texted Carrie, but it was like at least 2 or 3 hours went by. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Then all of a sudden people started coming up. You want, this was the craziest thing, bro. This is the craziest thing. I'm like, Carrie, I'm texting him, I just need to make $20. That's it. I just need to make $20, bro. Then I can make back my booth. Because, like, intentionally, this is the crazy thing, y'all. I have taught y'all about manifestation. If you're new here, at 22 years old, I opened the youngest Black-owned yoga studio in Wisconsin. It is on my YouTube channel. You look back, opening my studio tour, all that, right here. Because I'm going to teach y'all about manifestation. This is crazy. It's Creative Visualization is the name of the book. It's all the way over there. But creative visualization. It had you do these activities at the end of each chapter, right? And I actually did them. Then my this was a book I had to read for my yoga teacher training. How am I tying this to crafts? Let me tell you. So I had to books you had to read for a specific training you did. So I was working at Home Depot. I don't know if I still have the notebook, but I have like a keepsake box, and I had on the receipt, I wrote down, I remember, some manifestations or things I wanted to manifest. And then also it was on a receipt, and I saved that in the notebook pages. And then in the notebook, I also started to journal about, not journal, but I'm a list person. And now I'm realizing that, like, years later, like at this time in my life, I like making lists. Lists, I guess, is how I can manifest stuff. That is my cheat code, is making a lot of lists. I have allergies and my throat is like tickling. I'm not mewing, as the young folks say. But so at Home Depot, I would write down the things that I wanted to manifest. This is what I want my studio to look like. These are the classes I'm trying to have. And then that was I started working there 15, 16, 17. By 2020, I opened the youngest Black-owned yoga studio. What? 22 years old. But I was listing that in my notebook, and I would look at it every time in my Home Depot apron, right? So this is the crazy thing. Now I've gotten to the point, because I like making lists. Lists help me stay productive, and you literally have to replay the list in your mind. This is how my mind works. I'm not saying this works for everybody, because I always hear those videos about, this is what I did and it worked. You can do it too. But if, like, I explained it how it's in my mind, maybe it works in somebody else's mind too. But I like making lists. Lists is how I manifest stuff. So my to enjoy list. I stopped calling it a to-do list. I started calling it my to enjoy list. my to enjoy list was make sure I draw out my market tables. Now that if you're new on this channel, for the last few years, I've been making handmade goods. And I've made over 150 handmade goods, whether it be digital art that I sat and drew, cut out myself, laminated, button pressed it, whatever, threw it on a rug or drew it out, tufted the rug, backed the rug, embroidered on it, drew that for whatever it was. I have made over 150 handmade goods on my website right now. So my website is Confidential Goods. If you want to support and shop, bro, we're going to get into that too. I got a sale from Arkansas on Friday morning. Friday afternoon, after I had my lunch, I went straight to the post office. So the package should be arriving today, because I knew I had to do like my groceries and stuff, and I was not going to make it to the post office before Carrie had to go to work. So like, I take it so serious. Like, when somebody supports my business, I want to expedite my goods to you like immediately. So I was really excited about that. But anyway, being a list person, I wrote in my notes, or my to enjoy list, I need to draw out my table. Why I said I've made over 150 different products, I finally have collections, and that's what I've been trying to do on the website. So, and no hate to this, my business plan is to have several categories that you can shop, but knowing every single product in this building, because I have a physical space, or every single product on this website was handmade by me. I didn't outsource this. This isn't like a co-op where you can have like, I've done like consignment sales where you have your art in another store and it's with other artists. When you shop Confidential Goods, whether it's at my booth, whether it's online, or if you're coming to my store in person, you know every single thing I made in this room right here, or in the past houses I've lived at. Nobody else has interfered with any of the things that I have made. And that's why I take it so to heart with stuff being handmade. I hand make it down to the pop tags on the clothing that I've made, or the little tags on the coasters. I have the earring backs is all handmade in this space like here. The only thing I outsource is my business cards, just because I don't have like a high-end printer that can do like front and back gloss coat stuff, whatever. But that's the only thing I outsource. Everything else, one of a kind, one of one. So anyway, finally having over 150 products made, now I can pick and choose when I go and do events. I want to bring my jean collection, and that's what I did today. We're going to get into that. I'm going to bring my jean collection, or I'm going to bring all of my rugs, or I have a whole earring collection I want to make sure I showcase. I have a whole yarn painting collection I can showcase, etc. I'm trying to think of everything I have. I have like t-shirts and stuff too, but if I know it's an event where somebody may want to try on stuff and it may not be easy, then I kind of don't bring clothes with it. So that's why I have so many other things you can shop. The purpose of Confidential Goods is to, hold on, I'm gonna get to y'all. The purpose of Confidential Goods is to be able to style yourself with my aesthetic, the thing. I hope this is your aesthetic too. Like if you enjoy flower art and cows, like these are stickers I make and sell in my shop too. If you like flowers and cows, then this is the shop for you. Very fun, very creative, very unique art. But then it also translates to your house. Somebody sees you outside dressed in Confidential Goods. So like, where'd you get that? Oh, it's confidential. Wait, what? You know what I mean? Then they'd be like, yeah, I got it from Confidential Goods. Oh, like, oh, cause it's like, it's low key. I mean, I am a small business, but they see how you dress and they go into your house and then they see it's the same aesthetic. That would be like, what? This, like, it's a one-stop shop. I have the same colorway in my clothing that I do that I do in the home decor that I make. But what's up? Yeah, you can ask me a question too. You can type whatever in the comments. But about AI stuff, I think that's annoying when people make it. But I mean, some like I use chat whatever I'm gonna make a GPS. I use chat GPS. It was a CPT or something like that. GPS sound funnier, but I use that and it's helped me with my business and stuff. I try not to tell it too much information because it's still feeding and gathering information, and that's how it's able to give you possible solutions from past information that other users have. That's how it's it's been told so many things the same time, same way. So that's how it's able to come up with solutions. I feel I don't really think it has a mind. It's obviously it's a robot or whatever. It's man-made, so it does not have a mind of its own. So when people be asking chat life questions and things like that, it's just like maybe so many people have had the same question. It's recycling the answer, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like people who sell AI creations, but it depends on what it is. Because like I said, then I sound like a hypocrite not using AI. Some of the stuff is cringe, but I'm like, it's getting pretty advanced. But what's your question? It's life. I don't like in Facebook groups. I hate being on Facebook and I hate being on Instagram. I love y'all. I love being on YouTube. And I've been messing around with TikTok because the algorithm is a lot lenient, more nicer, and then you'll be able to be put in front of like-minded people, right? But I be in these groups on Facebook, and like the Facebook vibrations are like low tier vibrations. People put AI and they'll join these like crochet groups or something like that. I'll see like follow this group. Clearly I don't do crochet, but I do mess with the fibers. I do mess with the yarns. But so I'm always getting recommended crochet groups even though I'm not a crocheter. And it'll be like so my grandmother crocheted this. The grandma has 6 fingers and it clearly looks like it was AI generated. And then these goofballs fall for it and they're like, whoa, you did that? But you didn't see grandma has 6 fingers. You want to follow me on Instagram? That's fine. It's Confidential Goods. If you're looking for art, Confidential Goods. If you're looking for yoga stuff, see, that's Confidential Goods. This is all my info. You can screenshot it if you need to and then reverse the image or whatever. But I'm on Instagram just as Confidential Goods. I'm sorry, it's backwards. For my arts. And then if you are interested in yoga, wellness, thank you, is Ashlee CrazyYoga. Ashlee, this the same way you spell it on my channel. I don't know how people be putting Y's in my name. You didn't pop up. All right, I would pop up. It'd be Ashlee with a Y, CrazyYoga, but like nobody else got CrazyYoga, right? So, but still, I'm like, put some respect on my name. 2 E's. Okay, what I was getting into, manifesting. I literally wrote, I'm a list person. I'm not going to show you this, but it's a list and it says manifesting. I got a little rocket sticker. That's literally what I opened it up to. But I've been drawing out. I'm a visual person. That the book I was telling you about, creative visualization, right? Do the activities in that book. So I like to start, now that I have categories, and I'll be like, I'm going to bring my jean collection or my earring collection. I'll draw it out. This is the crazy thing. So I'm gonna show y'all. I drew this out. I should have dated it. My first drawing was the black drawing. This is my table setup. This is what I was envisioning that I was gonna bring. These are my wire racks or whatever, you know, the grid walls that I stack, and I usually do like a 6-box looking set thing. But I have 2 tables. I have a big, not big, but like a 4-foot table, and then I got like a small black table. The small black table is where I display my grid walls. So I brought my rug mirror, they go on the wall. Then I brought some yarn paintings, my heart yarn paintings, if you've seen those. These are all my coasters, and this is where I put some of my embroidery hoops and mouse pads. And this is where I hang my totes. This is like my little banner sign that I bring with me. And I usually set it up where it's my register, the spinning earring rack. I usually put a hat on top. And then I have like in front of the register are my stickers. And it just kind of seemed a little like, I didn't know what to put here. I knew I wanted to bring my big rainbow rug. But then I had like my small lava lamp and some socks and stuff. But I'm like, this looks a little whatever. But then I was like, this event, I try to think of the clientele, the people that are going to be patronizing and just kind of walking around. This was an event for young girls. And I'm like, yo, bring the jeans. I was like, why? I just had like a weird, like something went off. And I was like, bro, you should redo this table and just put your jeans on the table. So I'm like, okay. Let me listen to this thought really quick. So then I changed the layout. I was like, this was more organized here. And I put my jeans in my display. And then from there, the display that I draw, then I make a list of, it's on the other pages, a list of the fixtures I need. What are fixtures? Like my register, clothing rack, jewelry rack, acrylic stand, black table, what, you know, that's the fixtures. And then I do another list for the merchandise. This jean, clothing, it's under a I love categories. I'm a list person. And then jewelry, this is the jewelry I want to make sure I bring stickers. I'll put it under stationery. These are the stationery things, the magnets, the buttons, and I'll categorize it like that. Well, what's up? I did tell you my Instagram, but what's up? Which yoga is best for increasing height, please? That you can't increase your height. You finished growing at 25, if I'm not mistaken. Like that's actually your peak. You peak at 25. And then as you get older, you start to shrink. Now they have surgeries where you could break your knees or your legs, and then they elongate the legs, and then it's a very painful recovery. But the short answer would be appreciate your body for what it has. If there's not a medical reason for the height, just appreciate your body and where you're at. I wouldn't want to do a surgery and then risk not having mobility. You know what I mean? An unnecessary surgery, but there's literally nothing else besides surgery that would make you grow. Unless you're in one of those medieval strainers where they have your limbs in the chains and you stayed stretched out like that. But, yeah. I just got the epiphany to make a table, like redo your booth layout, and because I had to do a table layout rather than an actual tent layout. So over the years, I feel like I've gotten better and more organized in how I display my stuff. It doesn't look as crowded because I love my art. And it's just like, I love my art. You should love my art. And then not everybody does. And then you got like everything's displayed out. But now, you know, I said I finally have made so many things I can bring where it looks more uniform on the table. Anyway, I put the jeans out. Bro, this was the crazy part. Nobody came for like 2-3 hours. Like there was people looking. Then all of a sudden the orders or the sales started coming. The craziest thing, and I think that was my last sale of the day, I said, I just need to make my $20. And then it took like 2 sales and I made my $20 back. Or I don't remember. I think I had 2 sales just to put me over. And then this was the crazy thing. I had this lady come to my table. I had my jeans. A lot of people were looking at the jeans. Whoa, this is so cool. And I brought these pairs of jeans to a few different markets. But like people don't want to get them because then they feel like they can't try them on. So I have a thing. I'm willing to work with you, and I've been trying to think of ways to be able to better show my jeans, my clothing that I make, that it's okay for you to try on my clothing. So I'm gonna have like a policy: you leave your purse or you leave your wallet, and if it's a festival, you can run to the bathroom and try it on, see how it feels, and come back. Like if it was jeans or something, you know, just to prevent theft, you would leave your like your license or something. But I brought these jeans to several events. But then when I was like, I'm just gonna bring this clothing. I didn't bring any t-shirts, or I brought my totes, but that's an accessory. I only brought my jeans. I had this lady come up to my table. She was looking at them. And we were helping her find sizes. There's a lot of, she was about the same size as me, which is crazy because some of these jeans I made for myself, but then like postpartum, I never like my hips don't lie. My hips are like way different now, I guess. So I couldn't fit those pants anymore. I'm like, man. So I put them on my website, right? So she picked out like, I like these, and you have anything else? I dug in my tote because I brought like literally all my jeans. I have 9 pairs of jeans that I've custom made. So I had like four on the table, and a couple of them were still in the bag in my tote. And she's like, I want those too. I'm like just digging, and I'm like looking at stuff. I'm like, well, this is like your size. I want those too. I'm like, here. And I said, I have a sale. If you spend over $170 in my shop, then you get a free tote in your order automatically. So all you would have to do is like buy literally like 1 rug, or if you could buy a bunch of things, because I have stuff ranging on my website from like $3 to like $200 right now on my website. I think so. From $3 like would be more my stationery stuff, but I have kind of different things for each price range. Anyway, but I was like, yeah, if you spend like $170, then you get a free tote. And she's like, she just threw them socks on my table. I had like literally my last pair of embroidered socks. She's like, I want these too. I was like, bro, I have to keep my composure at the counter. But I'm like, in my mind, somebody really is about to buy 3 pairs of my pants. 3 pairs, these pants that took me a month each to make, is about to buy 3 pairs of these pants. And some socks. I make my socks in bunches too. My last pair of socks, bro. And then leaves a tip. What? So, thank you. I'm trying to pin the comment here. This is my website. I can finally pin it. I can't comment, but my mods can. So if you guys want to shop my art, it's confidential goods. Damn, it's $12.25. Okay, I was trying to try to finish this. I don't know if I am now. I'll definitely finish it today, but I gotta wash little dude's hair. I am married. What you mean you put a shower curtain in my tent? I know my ice is about to melt. Okay. That was a lot of talking, bro. But I was ecstatic. That's why I was playing that Gunna on the way home. I said, I told you. It's about manifestation. Oh, I know what you're saying. I could do something. I could do something like that. I've seen pop-up changing rooms too, but I'm like, what if I get somebody tall? If I create a changing room, then I have to subtract space in my booth. So, you know what I mean? I have a new tent this year. We haven't opened it yet because I thought I was going to need it when I went to Chicago in March. And that was going to be my first outdoor booth. Then they turned it to an indoor event. So it's still in the box. But I got to see how big this tent is. But I got to accommodate space for to create a changing room. And make sure I have my walls up too. I finally have a tent that has walls because I could put a shower curtain up, but I would need to make sure, you know, a tent has 4 walls. I would need at least 3 walls, and then the, you know, the front space would be uncovered, but I don't know. So yeah. Okay, that's charging. Bro, I was ecstatic. And I want to say that all the girls, they did an amazing job. It was my first time actually watching an aerial event. And the playlist. You can't take the man out of the city, not the city out the doom 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 doom. And when I'm back in Chicago, they was jamming. I said, okay. They had some Billie Eilish playing, you know. They did a whole little trick. Sit back, Bear. Go drink your smoothie. They did a thing that was wrapped up in the sky. Then they did a quick drop down in the curtain. If you've never seen aerial, it's like yoga in the curtains. I'm gonna call it I'm sure it's a different term. But they was wrapped up. And then like they fell on the beat. It was really cool. What you want? What you want? Bring it over.
My leg.
Your legs.
Yeah, my leg's hot. My leg's hot.
What you mean your legs hurt?
Yeah.
You getting
my
old?
My leg cut like this out.
You getting old?
And I stand down.
Hey.
My legs stand down. Out.
Oh, I don't like that song. The out, but I don't like that song. If that's the one you're talking about. Here, Bear. Come here. Spicy applesauce. Hey. My lips are peeling. Bad. Here. You. Go. Here, throw this one.
Whoa.
No, recycle. Freaky. It can be recycled. Okay. So on this side, I'm going to need to add some more. Or is that enough? Blue, please. I don't know. Blue by who? I don't be singing on here though, for real, for real. At the trap house, for real. Got that 911 in my trap house. I be singing rap, trying to figure out. I'm gonna have to come on the seam. Yes, because Bear's birthday is Wednesday, so I'm like, I need a little something. I want to take him to Build-A-Bear. And his headphones are on, so I want to take him there. And he said he wants a bluey cake, so thank you. So it's 12:30. We have an hour because I usually end the live at 1:30. And I want to make sure I wash his hair today. I need to roll this up. But I really appreciate that. It's live. I know, don't say it too loud. But his headphones are in, so I don't think he heard me. Okay. They running outside. Some white dudes outside running. It was like about 6 of them. I'm like, what race is happening on Cinco de Mayo? I really couldn't believe it though that I sold some jeans. That was crazy. Oh, it's 11 at night there. Yeah, I got my, like I was telling y'all earlier, I got my community tab page. I updated like I do like my Facebook and my Instagram, so y'all on here can also be in the know. And I kind of do it too on my Discord. If you want to join Discord, if you have other questions you want to ask me, you can message me on there. If you are not a dinosaur like me, I know I don't look like a dinosaur, but YouTube used to have Messenger where you could message the people, but I never got my messages until late, and then I would feel bad because I'm like, they're not gonna check it now. So for direct messages, I have a Discord y'all can join. Same updates. um and there's a messaging option on there too. You feel the hood tank coming? Man, they be doing it. But at the market, oh, it's crazy I made those sales. But I was still like, what if I finish? Bye, I'll see you later. See ya next time. I still got a lot. The sleeves, both of these sleeves, I was able to do while I was sitting at my booth. I brought this. The next market I have is on a farm. So then I got to start thinking about, gotta be careful to bring anything white. Don't want anything to get dirty, even though my tent is white. I got a white tent. It would be cool to get like a pink one. My favorite color is pink, but confidential, I'm going to be doing most of my events with confidential. To get a purple one would make sense. But as you get into markets, and I want to make sure I'm versatile, some of them require you to have a white tent. So that's why I just got a white one. But going to this farm, literally, I think where we're going to be standing in mud. So I usually wear my Crocs anyway. I got like these foamy Sketcher Crocs. And those are like my dedicated market shoes. Cannot have my feet hurting with no flat tennis shoes. We gotta be ready to lift tables and put up tents. Hey, Rico. Trying to fill the sleeves up with more flowers. Then I just need to go back and put the little pollens in the flowers, and we will be done with the stitching on this sweatshirt. This is gonna be a very micro collection because I'm like, I may bring these to display at my booth at the end of this month, because this is like in Milwaukee. The one I gotta do at the end of this month is one of my favorites. And I wanna have like my best stuff, right? And these sweatshirts make me smile. Once this sweatshirt gets done, we still have to add the vinyl and stuff to it. I've been itching to get back into the yarn. It's always itching to get back to yarn. I'm like, have I ever said I want to do embroidery? Probably why I went to this project. So I don't want to lie on myself. I'm like, have I ever said I want to itch to do it? I've been itching to do embroidery. I probably have, and then I think about how long the project will probably take, and I'm like, eh. Why I don't be starting it right away. Oh, she's got her feet on the ground. I be getting so excited though for market day. Car already loaded up from a day or two before. I loaded it up on Thursday. Then you just be ready to whoop. How we doing, Bear? All right. Now we're making a little progress since I've been talking. We got half of the flower done. We're gonna add another one. Now I'm kind of going on the crease. I'm still trying to keep my flowers, you know, you can kind of see them scattered, more of a scattered effect, but yeah. One hood tank, two hood tanks. Oh, his tea should be ready by now. I'm gonna bring his tea in, should be cooled down. I've been doing a lot of yapping. Everybody out walking. Incense almost done. If you are here for the incense chat. Incense typically burn for an hour. And it's almost been an hour. Literally been chatting for an hour. If you want to watch funny videos, I've been posting more on my Tiki Talk too. So, what's that? It's a small puddle, but we're just cruising with it. I'm finna lean with it. I'm finna rock with it. If you are here for the yoga as well and you want to do one-on-ones, whether it be in person or virtual, I will soon be coming out with new business cards. They'll have like the address and all of my contact information on it. But I want to come out finally with a punch card system. Since I'm only doing in-person one-on-ones rather than full class sizes, I'm doing virtual classes on here. But if you want to do one-on-one appointments with me, I'm going to have a punch card system. So after your 8th visit, your 9th visit would be free. So you could do like 2 packages and then your 9th, because the package promos I do are 4 sessions per packet. So you could literally come for 2 months, and then on your 3rd, or sorry, what am I trying to say? If you, so it's May. You buy 1 package for May and it would be a single session. So you could come once a week is what I'm trying to say. You come once a week, May, June, and then you wanted to come once a week in June, then like the first week of July, you would have like a free session. Otherwise, I do have people that train like twice a week with me. So you could use it for personal training, you could use it for Reiki appointments, or you could use it for yoga. So like, it would make sense if you wanted to do Reiki for once a week, then by July you would have a free session. But if you were doing personal training, I would recommend like making time for 2 times a week to meet. Then, you know, you would actually get to your free session a lot quicker if you did 2 times a week, because then that would put you at the middle of May, and then you would do another pack. So by early June, you would have like a free session. So I'm trying to do it out where you come to 8 sessions and your 9th session would be free. I'm gonna have like a punch card system, but I gotta figure out how to log it for people that are coming in virtually, or maybe add something to the chart, because then you can't really punch it out if it's virtual. So I'm still working that out. I have the cards drawn up, but I haven't ordered new cards yet. So that's something else I'm trying to work out. All right, sit back, love. You got me sniffling. My eyes about to start watering. I hate allergies. Ah. Now that's a truck. If you what you hearing outside, that's a truck. No, don't slip away. Don't slip away from me, Mr. Flower. What the heck? What the hell are you on? Okay. Can we do that? Stick it out to the end. Oh, we're at 5 likes. They be going by so fast. We might also need to prep for a rug canvas. Been kind of wanting to do a rug too. We're gonna do a lot of rugs back to back though. Once we finish up these embroidery projects, I need to restock my coasters ASAP. I'm wondering, was the last canvas I did on my second biggest frame, that PVC frame, was that plankton? I can't remember. Now where was this? Make sure it's not overstretched. Okay. I don't remember if it was plankton. And I'm trying to think, I don't want to have to cut a whole new monk's cloth pack and cut it small on purpose for, you know, the big rectangle one I have. Not the wooden one, but I have a smaller one that's a little more portable. I can rest in my lap and it won't hurt me because it doesn't have real spikes. My PVC one, if I have monk's cloth, that's already kind of that size. I want to work on that smaller frame. Otherwise, I would do hoops. Hoops are just, I can only fit 2 or 4, depending on the hoop size. 2 or 4 coasters at a time. But if I did the big old canvas, then I could do, I don't even know how many. Probably 20. 20, and then I have 10 packs, because you know, I sell them in packs of 2, so I'd have like 10 new ones. Hey Pierre, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to plan what I'll do next. I gotta check my pre-cut monk's cloth I already have. I think I have another pack. I found out what place sold monk's cloth. Walmart has monk's cloth. Remember, I solely brought my monk's cloth from Joann's, but unfortunately by May I think they're all closed. When I heard that news, I literally just never went back to Joann's. I'm like, I don't want the heartache. Well, that's what happens with a heartbreak. It's gonna spin you around. Something, I don't know if I'm singing the words right. So I just never went back. But looking at my alternatives, I did find that, yeah, they sell everything on the website, but I don't want to support them. I don't want to support Walmart and I don't want to support Target. But I'm like, why are my options getting so limited? I was telling Carrie this yesterday. It's a beautiful Sunday. I already had my market on Saturday. It's Sunday. It would be a great day to go and do some craft shopping. And my options are Hobby Lobby, and they closed on Sunday. That's not even an option. It's only Michael's, because now there's no Joann's. Bless you. Go, you gotta go get a tissue. It's right there. So, and you've seen Michael's quality. Horrible. Hey, Kevin. I went in person, but then I would have to ask somebody. And like, that's the worst thing. I get the worst customer experience at Walmart. Because they sell it by the roll. Joann sells it by the pack, but Walmart sells it by the roll. So I'd have to ask somebody who knows how to measure and cut. I would have to ask somebody to cut it. Because, yeah. birds outside chirping. I'm doing a quick lunch. I'm literally gonna do probably a frozen pizza or some nuggies. I'm kind of, thank you. Because I'm gonna wash Bear's hair today. I need to get his tea. I was gonna finish up that yarn. I'll be right back with some tea. Okay, here, let me get your tea, babe. It definitely cooled down. All right, let me turn this back on. My lips are feeling bad, y'all. Okay. I got the tea. Now where's my next one gonna go? We just did this light blue flower. This sleeve looked like it had a lot. I don't know, which side was it that had a lot? 3 here. This don't got any. This must have been the sleeve. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, 3 on this side. I feel like maybe I should add more. We got 3 here. And you see I'm trying to overlap it so it don't just look like a flat design. But I gotta look at it from a 3D effect or 3D way. Because on the seam, I just added this blue one on the kind of the seam of the sweatshirt of how it had been folded. So if somebody was wearing it, would it still look full? And I gotta be mindful, nothing like super on top of the shoulders and nothing in the armpits, because then it'll get lost. If I look at the actual seam on this side, almost, we'll see, there's a blue right here. I was like, I almost want to add a blue. Right here is a blue. I got dark blue. See, I could add one. Let me flatten this so you can see. That'd be right on the shoulder cap. That's why it's bulging weird. This is like right on the shoulder cap. If I were to add a blue, dark blue one right here, you got these 2 right here and this one if I were to add one. Those seem a little too close. Somewhere in this vicinity. I need to put this on. This is a medium, so I'm going to try this on. Oh. You were looking at the sweatshirt. No, actually, it would be fine. It's sitting. Why are you making bubbles? We're gonna add a. You did. Blowing bubbles. I'm gonna add one at the top here.
No, they pop it and it's spilled.
You need it here. You need a napkin. You be careful. Stop. Don't do that. You're gonna make a mess. Come on, stop. Stop. You're making a mess, babe. All right, I'm gonna add one more here. that here. That just seems too close to the armpit to add anything there. Do I add one dark blue here? I'm gonna add 2 more. I don't know why I took this marker out. These are water soluble. Now, where did I say? It's just pretty close to the seam if I were to do that. Why can't I lay this flat, bro? We got Bikini Bottom Bear over here. Blowing bubbles. Yeah. This side clearly needs more, but we're almost done. I don't want to scare nobody, so I'm gonna take it off over here. We got 2 more dark blue and we'll be done with that sleeve. All right, I'm gonna start on the top one. That was a work truck, but it sounded like a hood tank. Is he coming back? A lot of work trucks out. Ain't that some bullshit? Bro, I literally... Cause, folks, what even happened? That shit just like slipped right out. What? Bro. See, this is the hard thing about stitching the freaking sleeves. Shit be getting snagged and tugged. Babe, work with me. Jeez, make sure it's poked all the way through. Ain't no way. See? Stay right there, bucko. Pedal. That's a hood tank. He is near. Here we go. I think I know the song. Making the window shake. She gonna make it earthquake. Okie dokie. That was ambitious because we still ain't finished one side yet. I got this flower and then I got one more I'm going to do on this sleeve alone. We got the other sleeve, front and back, I'm going to have to do. He's speeding. They driving off that's so crazy on Cinco de Mayo. That was Sean talking. Sean Scrone. For your information. Make sure it won't slip through. Two petals. I don't know. Bear, what's going on?
I'm cleaning up because
Don't wipe the floor. The bubbles got too crazy. Bear, just leave it.
no.
You need to wipe the sides. Look, come here. Over here. Nana. Hey. Over on this side, Bear. Nana. Come here. You need to wipe the side. Look at the side of it. No, no, no. Not that. But right here. You need to wipe this. Wipe this wall down. All of that. Okay. I was in the middle of making one petal. About right here. I don't know if John is watching right now, but John from Arkansas, your package should be here today. Hoping before this early afternoon. All right, 2 more petals. It's already 102, man. you take the man out of the city, not the city out the. Perfect loop. Let's not mess this up. I'm like, do you see how perfect that is? Wisp. Old princess. There's a guy on TikTok I be watching. He'd be like, well, princess, what do we have here? Princess. We did it. And when I'm walking Chico, I feel it. Look, let my pedal. Come on, come on, come on. Announcements. No yoga this Wednesday. This Wednesday is Mary's birthday.
Mommy,
Yes.
I like you make the best pancakes. I like Dad make the best pancakes too.
Oh, you liked the pancakes today?
Yeah.
Daddy made those. But yeah, no class this Wednesday. Tomorrow should be a normal day, but Carrie will be off. Wednesday is Bear's birthday. Whole day about him. I'm not playing. I'm trying to get him a bluey cake. He's been asking me about a bluey cake. So I need to call the person today so they can make sure they have it in time. We're gonna get him a bluey cake. And then I'm gonna take him to Build-A-Bear so he can make like a bear. And then whatever Carrie, I think Carrie had something he wanted to do with him. But they have free Krispy Kreme donuts on his birthday. Have to stop there. There, careful with the bubbles. So I'm really happy this market went well so I can get him a cake. Okay. Ta-da! We got one more to do. We just finished this flower. I gotta tie it off and I got one more lower on the sleeve. Hey, not in front of the TV. Wipe that off and then move it back. Go slow. Move it to the side, to the side, to the side. Not too close. Are the trash people coming? What was that noise? Oh, here they come. They came late. Is he grabbing cigarettes? What? I hate when people be using like your trash. Like, what was that? Like, as long as it get picked up. I already got raccoons trying to look in my trash and opossums. I don't need random people. I tried to get it all the way down. That was my knot. What is this one? I think this is trash. Bam! Be careful with them bubbles. All right, I'm gonna start my second flower. Ouch. Heart, stars, and horseshoes, clovers and balloons, hourglasses, rainbows, and tasty red doubloons. I go right in the sleeve, bro. No other way. Brother man. Brother man. Well, I feel confident at least we will get this. Whoa. Don't eat it. We don't want to break the straw, Bear. Are you done with the tea? Because if you put holes in this little straw, Monkey Bus, are you eating the straw? Okay, don't play with it. Then we won't be able to use it. Okay, I got a loop hanging out. I had an inquiry, and I love commissions. I love doing inquiries, and I love commissions. I will say that. I had an inquiry, and they're asking me to, like, you know, make some sweatshirts and stuff. You good? Makes, like, some sweatshirts and stuff. I'm like, okay, for sure. So I started gathering quotes for, like, where I usually get my blanks from. And then we get to, like, the vinyl part. And I'm like, yeah. So you want to have X amount of this, or garments, right? So I'm going to price this vinyl place where I usually get, like, multi-layer vinyl things. If I can't do it on a Cricut, this is where I'll do it, and or get them from. Then they're like, I thought we were doing embroidery. I'm like, you wanted, like, a lot of garments to be made to order. You see what I'm doing right now? This sweatshirt is taking me well over a month to do. And I'm like, you gonna get them next year. If you, like, it was huge. Like, I don't even think the machine would have a hoop big enough for the image that they wanted me to embroider. Ooh. So I don't know if there was a miscommunication, but I'm like, I do everything by hand. But if I'm making, like, a vinyl sweatshirt or a t-shirt or something, I use my vinyl cutter, my Cricut, and then I have to buy the vinyl, and then there's that. But I don't have an embroidery machine. And these flowers you cannot recreate with an embroidery machine. If you get something embroidered with a machine, it's usually like a satin kind of stitch that it's trying to make, or that hatch one. I can't think of the name of it because it's kind of hard for me to do by hand, to fill in big spaces. You cannot make lazy daisies or French knots or roses, wagon wheel stitches, chain stitches I do. Those cannot be made with a machine. So I make a lot of slow crafts, slow fashion stuff. I don't know if I need to start putting that in my bio, I don't use machines. Everything that you have seen, that's the name of the real flowers. Okay. So I would love a embroidery commission, but I don't do batches like that by hand. That you should, I guess, get a machine person, and I feel like they would whack you with the price just because it's a machine. About 15 minutes, but I should have this done, and then maybe we'll plot some more areas to put some flowers, some daisies, a daisy, a rosemary. I forget where that was from. A daisy, a rosemary. Speed blacked out. That was the blackout tank, hood tank. Come on. Come on. Poke through, mother. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, brother. Brother man. Got it. I got it. I got it. 3 petals of 5 and counting. Three petals. Bear. Crazy. Yes, the blackout. Hood Tank Optimus, or what was that? We had like, if you look at the memberships, that's all the tiers. There's Hood Tank, then there's Hood Tank Classic, Hood Tank Blackout, Hood Tank Ultimate, and then Hood Tank Supreme. Low key sound like COD series or game versions. Right here. Come on. Let's just put you there. Yep. Because you want to skip out. You saw that? You saw that. One more petal, y'all. We finna make it. I'm getting antsy with this sweatshirt. Thinking I could finish this. The next day was crazy. It's Monday. I thought I was gonna finish this yesterday. What is going on? Nah. Don't play with the straw over there. Make sure I didn't poke through any other fabric. Looking groovy. Groovy smoothie. We just did this one. Ta-da! That was a SpongeBob reference. There we go. There we have it. Now, what the heck? What the hell are you on? I would say we are done with this side. This side looks like it's got a nice amount. I feel like we could always add more, but actually in a wearable looking way, it's got a decent amount that would kind of wrap around. They're spaced out. They're not too close. That's flattening the seam. The garbage trucks are coming back. So we got that side. We've got the words. Yeah, I did tie. All of these sweatshirts are hand tie-dye by me, so they all look slightly different. That's just kind of how it came out. Dang. They throwing that back. There's more of the tie-dye, but we're gonna work on this sleeve. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these, so I have 5 more to do. I think this was a batch of 6 sweatshirts I did. So we have the rainbow one, we got this blue one, I got, careful, I got the blue jean one, and then I think I have 3 more sweatshirts with this design that I'm gonna make all say good. So this is a slow drop. There's literally only one of one designs or of these sweatshirts out there right now. So I'm going to two here. Blue, dark blue. Maybe right next to that. Dark blue, dark blue, dark blue. Is that what I do? Where my marker at? Where did I put my marker? last guy came. I'm gonna do one here. 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 3. It just seems too close to the armpit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey. So I planned out my dots. This sleeve is going to have one here, here, and here. Then the other side what did I do? No, just 2 more on this side. Here and here. So I have 5 more I need to do. And then it would be 10 each side, but I don't know if that really matters. My goal is just not for you to count the flowers, but for just to look filled in. So we got about 5 minutes of this live. I have 5 flowers to finish, and then we'll be done with the embroidering part of these sweatshirts. And then we'll get to the vinyl. I actually want to just do, I'm probably going to do just what if I did use the leather to do like a leather stitch around? That would be kind of cool using leather rather than doing it, but I don't have any white. That's the problem. Embroidery floss doesn't behave the same as that that leather floss stuff I was using, because I want to show white stitching over it, because after we finish this one, we're going to go back to this sweatshirt. So then I can just do the vinyl in one go. Make 2 vinyl sheets for the back side, and then the vinyl that goes here, and then I'll be done. And finish 2 sweatshirts in one day rather than breaking out the Cricut twice. So I'm going to try to finish those 2 sweatshirts up within this week or so. Then we're going to go back to, go pee. Go pee. We'll go back to punch needling after we finish these sweatshirts. So then it would be punch needling, a little bit quicker projects, and this yarn painting I'll be bouncing from. So about in a week and a half, that's going to be the content. Other than that, thank you for being here. We got a couple of flowers done. I really thought I was going to finish all of that. I said, what if I finished all of that at the market? But that was pretty good. For all them flowers on the sleeves, the ones that are already there is what I did at my show. So yeah, there will be a live tomorrow. No live Wednesday. We'll have a live Thursday and Friday. Everything's looking chill. But other than that, please like and subscribe. No, I didn't make these pants. These are from a family in Nepal, and they all have different, I do want to get into sewing. They all have different patches. All the work is different. This is actually painted on. It's got like a texture to it. You can kind of feel it. I want to get back into more painting art. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. Like and subscribe. Catch all my funny antics on my Snapchat, which is Swagapants. You can follow there. I post a lot of BTS funny stuff on there. And then other like PG stuff, I'll say, is on my Tickety Talk, which is just my name, Ashlee Tuck. So I'll see you. If I don't see you online on another platform, I'll see you tomorrow at 11:30. Have a good day.